Hello, thank you for checking out A1 Math, and today we're looking at working with geometric sequences. So there's two things we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is find out how to determine if it is an arithmetic or geometric sequence or neither. And the second thing we're going to do is um, write a geometric sequence and find the term. So let's begin. So I'm going to start off with determining a sequence. And here are the steps. You're going to subtract the second by the first and the third by the second and see if they're the same number. If they are, then it's an arithmetic sequence. Okay. Um, the next step, if it's not an arithmetic sequence, what you want to do is take the second number by the divide the second number by the first and divide the third number by the second. And if they are the same number, then it is a geometric sequence. And if it's not an arithmetic or geometric sequence, you want to put neither for your answer. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. All right, so here's number one. So it's just like I said, you want to take the second term and divide it by the first, and then take the third term and divide it by the second, and see what you get. Okay, so now I'm going to take the second term, which is 2. Well, I said divide, but we're going to start off with subtraction. So I'm going to take the second term and subtract the first number. And when I do that, I get 1. And then I'm going to take the third term and subtract it from the second. So it's going to be 4 minus 2. And when I do that, I get 2. So you can see that it is not an arithmetic sequence. So now we're going to test and see if it is a geometric sequence. Okay? So we're going to take the second number and this time divide by the first, and then take the third number and divide it by the second. Okay? And the second number divided by the first is 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So both of these are the same number. Okay? So that means it is a geometric sequence. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Same steps. We're going to take the second number, which is this -2 here, and subtract it from the first number, which is 1. And when we do that, we get -3. Then we're going to take the third number and subtract it from the second. So that's going to be 4 minus a -2. And when we do that, we get 6. So these are not the same number. So it's not an arithmetic sequence. So now I'm going to take the second number, -2, and divide it by the first number. And when I do that, I get -2. And then I'm going to take the third number, 4, and divide it by the second number, -2. And when I do that, I get -2. So this one is a geometric sequence as well. Okay, let's do a couple more. Okay, so on number 3 here, same process. We're going to take the second number and subtract it from the first. So we'll have 12 minus a -8. Let's see what we get. And when we do that, we get 20. And now we're going to take the third number, 32, and subtract it from 12 and see what we get. And when we do that, we get 20 as well. And since they're both the same number, that means it is an arithmetic sequence. All right, let's take a look at this example. Everything's the same. We're just going to subtract the second minus the first. So 2 minus -1. And when we do that, we get 3. And then we're going to do the third minus the second, 7 minus 2. And when we do that, we get 5. Okay, you can see they're not the same number, so it is not an arithmetic sequence. Now we're going to take the 2 and divide it by -1. And when we do that, we get -2. And now we're going to do 7 divided by 2. And you end up with 3.5. So here it's not arithmetic or geometric, so it's going to be neither. Okay, and this is how you determine if a sequence is geometric, arithmetic, or neither. Okay, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and put up some practice problems for you to try. Okay, so the second part of the video here is the steps for writing a geometric sequence and finding the nth term. So in this example, you already have the sequence, and we already determined that it's geometric, so you don't have to figure out if it's arithmetic or geometric. All you have to do is follow these simple steps. First, find the common ratio by dividing the second number by the first. Second, plug the first term for ace of 1 and the common ratio for r into the formula below. So you're going to put your first term here and your common ratio here. And this is, once you do that, you've written the geometric sequence. And then your final step is to find the nth term by plugging in the number of the term you are looking for n. Okay, and then type everything to the right side of the equal sign in the calculator to get your answer. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna take everything we need, the ace of 1, the r, the n. First we're gonna find them, then we're gonna plug them, and then we're gonna type in the calculator. So let me show you. Okay, so let's take a look at this first example here. In number 13, I've already got the formula written out over here, okay? And all I'm gonna do is first find everything I need, the n, the ace of 1, and the common ratio, and then plug them in, okay? So to find the first term, it's just the first term, it's 2. To find the common ratio, all you have to do is take the second term and subtract it from the first term. That's 2. Oh, did I say subtract? I meant divide. We're gonna divide. Okay, and so that's going to get us 3. All right, and we're going to find the nth term, which is indicated right here. So just going to put 12. Now we're going to plug each one of these numbers in, the 2, the 3, and the 12, into the formula. So I've got ace of n, which is 12, ace of 1, which is 2, the common ratio, which is 3, and we're going to multiply that. I'm just going to put a times here instead of parentheses. And then we're going to raise the exponent here, put that in parentheses, plug in the n, which again is 12, and plug in the -1 here. Okay. And once we do that, the next thing we're going to do is we'll type everything in all of this into the calculator. And I'm also going to show you exactly what to type into the calculator. I'm just going to say calculator here. It goes in the calculator. So this is how you want to type it step by step. You'll say 2 times 3, and you'll put this little symbol here. It's called a caret. You'll have an open parentheses, 12 minus 1, and then close parentheses, and then hit equal. And once you do that, you should get 354,294. Okay, so let's take a look at another example. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is find the first term. Easy, is 1. Next, I'm gonna find the common ratio by dividing 3 divided by 1. That's gonna give me 3. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and put the nth term, they tell me, which is 12. So I put 12 here. Now plug those things in right into the formula. So that's going to be a sub 12 is equal to the first term, which is 1 times 3 raised to the 12 minus 1. And it just happened to be 12 twice, but you could get whatever number term you want to look for is what you'll plug in here. And then the calculator, we're going to type 1 times 2, 3, caret 12, open parentheses, 12 minus 1, close parentheses. All right, and then you'll type all that to the calculator, hit equal, and once you do that, you should get 177,147. Okay, take a look at these two problems and see if you can solve these. Okay, this should be what you get. Okay, so we're going to take the first term, find the common ratio, take the n, which is 10, plug those into the formula, type in the calculator, then hit equal. Same thing over here. First term, -4, common ratio, -3. Nth term is 9. We plug those in into the formula, then say -4 times -3 raised to the 9 minus 1, and hit equal, and you get this. Okay, so this is how you use a geometric sequence to find an nth term. I'm going to give you a few more problems, but for now, thank you for checking out A1 Math. Have a nice day.